Good afternoon, everybody. It's Lorraine, Alternative Homesteading. I hope everybody's doing well today. It's October 28, 2025, and I'm going to read a testimony from a woman named Joanne in Canada. And it's in multiple pages, like she sent it to me in various emails, so I'm just going to kind of scroll and splice them together. But please remember to hit the thumbs up. It helps the channel grow, get the message out there. You can share these testimonies, and hopefully they'll help you, because a lot of new subscribers are newly targeted or have been targeted for a few years, just figuring out what's going on. And these testimonies are very helpful because targets have been targeted for a year, 2 years, 10 years, 15, 30 years, and have various experiences to share with everybody. So please keep an open mind. And again, thank you subscribers for subscribing and hitting the notification bell. So here we go. This is Joanne in Canada. Hi Lorraine, thank you for all the resources. But the criminals are blocking my access to certain information sites, specifically those informing of the effects of DEW, EMF, RF, magnetic fields, and microwave poisoning. This phone is completely controlled by them, as is my computer. On my computer, rather than 3 bars indicating internet connection, it shows another computer. And the photo is below, and she gave me the photo. Note, on the lower right of the screen of my homepage, this is in Victoria Beach, Manitoba, Canada. Anything I do on my computer is filtered through their false internet computer, and they manipulate my computer accordingly. They're also watching me through the same. They followed me from Winnipeg and are now set up here with full surveillance, IFR camera, microphone, and whatever recording equipment to record any all dialogue in the house. Neighbors have been outfitted with the same, plus the ability to turn on localized MTRF and magnetic field waves, if that's the right word. The FOB on my cousin's van died, and it's not working here, but it works just down the road and anywhere away from here. There are no birds, no small animals in the immediate vicinity. I apologize for the lengthy email, but I have no one else to tell who will understand. The room I use to sleep lights up my monitors with harmful emissions. There's no other room in the house that lights up the equipment like that. Numbness, tingling, muscle spasms, severe ringing in my ears, dizziness, and loss of balance are occurring. Also, there's controlled sleep and disturbed sleep patterns. The mercenaries, the murderers, and their monkeys are innumerable. There's an incredible amount of funding for one innocent 66-year-old lady, her dog, and 3 cats. This can only be the government. They've destroyed my brother, and now it's me. My family, it seems, is the target. I pray constantly and believe fully that God can and will act. He's more powerful than these evil ones. God bless you in your efforts. Most sincerely, Joanne. And then she sends, so let me just click on this, the photo of what's happening to her equipment. Okay, now let's move on to the next email. I apologize for the tardy reply. My dog Percy became violently ill on Wednesday last week, and I had to rush him to the nearest vet an hour away in a town called, I'm sorry, my French is horrible, Bizajor. I have neglected my emails. We are under constant attack by EMF, also via military plane. That, for example, yesterday, I took the dog out of his sick environment to a park 20 miles away. We found a campground parking lot, which at this time of the year is unoccupied, and I parked the car in such a way as to be able to see anyone entering or approaching the lot and vehicle. The stalkers were circling the lot in their vehicles, but did not enter. I was able to play with Percy and walk a very short distance down the hiking trail, keeping the car in sight. Then, after approximately 30 minutes, I heard the plane approaching, and we are still in among the trees. It passed over. When we came out, however, and were out in the open lot, it had circled, and at this time, as we're walking the edge of the lot, it let something out which created a dullness, a dizziness in the head, a sick stomach, and a feeling of disorientation. We left shortly after. The murderers were waiting outside the campground entrance in their trucks, on the median behind the large parking sign and along the road. The dollars it cost for the vet I had to borrow, as I am of a very modest means, and I was completely surrounded by the stalkers there as well. I don't even know if the vet was legit. What made Percy so ill? He was non-stop vomiting. That could be directed energy weapons or poison. They could just, hit him in his stomach with a directed energy weapon and cause him to be nauseous. They can do that with people. They can do it with animals, and I have witnessed it. I've witnessed it with myself and with my animals. So on Saturday, while in the A&W, we end our day that way, working with my 2 autistic adults. A masked blonde woman entered and went straight to the washroom. I did not see her enter. An elderly patron did, however. She deployed an EMF, which immediately caused tinnitus and all the same symptoms I've had when I'm here at the house. There's more to this, but I'm trying unsuccessfully to be brief. The restaurant was unusually empty, and only 2 elderly women and the 3 of us. I went to the washroom, where one of the elderly women had gone, but I saw that both of the 2 stalls were occupied. I said out loud in the washroom, "There's one too many people in here," quote unquote, and I went back out. It was very shortly afterward that the EMF was deployed, and I saw the woman very quickly leave the restaurant and half run to her black car and peel out of the lot. It was then that I approached the 2 elderly women, the one that had returned from the washroom, and I asked them, and the one told me that she saw the blonde, the masked woman, enter and go straight to the washroom without ordering. One of the license plates of one of the stalkers begins with the letters CB, then a crown symbol, and then the rest of the numbers on the plate. I researched this to be a government license plate, perhaps military. When he saw me coming behind him, he hightailed it down the street and turned into a back lane. They are destroying everything that I love and enjoy, and that validates me. Also, draining my finances. And, as I may have told you, my cousin has joined the ranks. We, the animals, and I are surrounded. As I type this, my fingers are completely numb and tingling and swollen. On Saturdays and any time I go to the city, the marauding and stalking is relentless. My prescriptions are shorted. I count them. Today I have a doctor's appointment. I want you to know my full name in case something happens to me. I have no one who will bury me other than the government. I also subscribe to Stephanie's channel. That is Stephanie the Seeker. I really like Stephanie's channel also. She seems like a really good woman. I do not join the live chats with you or Stephanie because my computer is completely controlled by them, and if I use the internet, I'm almost desperate for a safe person to actually talk to. And I'm not going to mention this on the channel because I didn't hear back from her. I wanted permission, so she gave me her full name, her date of birth, and where she was born. I'm just going to say that her name is Joanne and she's 66 years old. She's in Canada. She says, I have one younger brother, I'm not going to mention his name, who they have already destroyed, and half-brother, I won't mention, who lives in Oregon. She gave me their phone numbers. God, thank you for listening to me. God bless you and Stephanie for all you're doing. Then she goes on to say in another email, "Hi, I'm sorry. One last thing regarding the harassment, mobbing, and DEI attack on Saturday with my clients is that they're putting the two vulnerable people I am with at risk. This really drives me nuts. This is happening to Gina with the children that are in her care at the daycare center. This has got to stop. If they're doing this workplace mobbing and stuff, they've got to keep the people that you're working with out of danger. I mean, it's one thing if they're harassing you, but do not harass the clients that are vulnerable, at-risk people. The appalling sickness in their frenzied obsession to get at me is that I have to tape the doors of my vehicle shut because they have a duplicate fob, like a key fob. And when I'm away from the vehicle with the two clients, or even I have to leave Percy inside while I run into the store, is that they can and have gone into it. I use duct tape on doors, trunk, hatch, and gas cover. Now that they have stooped so low as to poison an A&W with only us and two old ladies in it, is how much further will they go? I'm responsible for those two lives. If I'm debilitated while driving with them, and then she just trails off here. Thank you and bless you again, Lorraine. Yes, for sure, that BS outside your place was theater. They fake car repairs, transferring junk from their trunk, fake flat tires, tourist photo fakes, you name it. It's really beyond comprehensive how evil and diabolical the depth of their demented minds can and will go. Oh, I need to add that word, demented, to my devil vocabulary list. Thank you. It's a bottomless pit, just like hell. Okay, so thank you so much, Joanne, for that information. I'm going to post this online. If you want me to add anything else to this, I am happy to re-record, another message on your behalf. I know that your internet is hacked, your phone's hacked, and you have sketchy internet, etc. So I'm going to upload this, and please stay safe. There are other people in Canada. So if anybody who is listening to this is in Canada, in that area, that wants to reach out, that wants a connection with another targeted, a bona fide targeted person, leave a comment down below. Anyway, this is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading. This is a testimony, targeting testimony of a 66-year-old woman in Canada. Thank you so much, everybody, and I look forward to talking to you later. Oh, and this is a mini original hand painted. This is an oil painting by Jeff Claudio. Maine Coon Cat. And I have to tell you, Jeff Claudio is an excellent painter. Most of the time I can't afford his stuff, but I'll tell you, every once in a while, on holidays or whatever, if you go on eBay and look for the auctions and stuff, if people are not spending money, every once in a while you can get something on a very low cost. So I remember winning this and did not have to pay very much to it. It's absolutely beautiful. But thank you, Joanne, for trusting me with your testimony. It will be posted in a few minutes, and I look forward to talking to everybody soon.